Hey, Charisma here at the Allen Iverson Celebrity Gala supporting Powell. We have tons of celebs here. The Powell officers are here. We're celebrating Allen Iverson. Philadelphia loves him, always will, and we're supporting a wonderful cause at the same time. Check it out. You've always been untraditional, which is what Philadelphia has loved about you from the beginning. So was that the theme behind doing an gala in the best way possible?
I ain't never know I was ever, I never knew I was untraditional about anything. You know, my tradition is who I am as a man and as somebody that learned from a lot of mistakes and being human, being somebody that everybody can touch, everybody can get close to, everybody can understand, everybody could be a part of. You know, I've always been the type of man to where I never felt like, you know, the people that look up to me, you know, I wouldn't be untouchable to those people. You know what I mean? So I love the fact that, you know, I am the way I am. You know, when I die, and if I'm fortunate enough to come back, I want to come back Allen Iverson again.
All right, guys, I am dressed the way I'm dressed today, and men have style today because of this gentleman right here, Mr. Clifton Powell. Mr. Powell, how are you doing today?
I'm fantastic, man. You know, I'm a huge NBA fan, but I'm an old school fan, but I'm a huge Allen Iverson fan, you know, so I'm just excited that he felt it is hard to have me here.
It's not hard to be an AI fan. And what is your guys' history together?
My high school coach, John Thompson Sr., was his college coach. Okay. And, you know, I watched him play at Georgetown. And then, you know, over the years, you know, as I built in my career, we see each other out and always chat and kept in contact. Last year, I was at the All-Star game in Toronto. I have a younger son, Clifton Powell III, that plays, who's just starting at UC Santa Barbara. So I wanted him, thank you so much, he's a 6'6", two guard. So I wanted him to come up last year to the All-Star game and say hi to AI, because he loves AI.
Brett Brown, listen to that.
You know, so, you know, it's really just wonderful for AI took a lot of time to really talk to him about the game and discipline. So he said, Cliff, when I'm doing my thing, you gotta come. So I said, I'd definitely be here. So
that's great. And you guys were both cultural icons, you know, around the same time. What does that mean to see each other and to be out and just, you know, kind of know that you've had that impact?
You know, it's so funny. Alan said, man, when my kids see you, they're going to go nuts. And I'm like, well, when my people see you, they're going to go nuts. You know, what it is, I think, you know, when you look at a guy like AI, he just came in and he just did it. To me, AI is like a jazz player. You can't put a jazz player in a box. You know, he's an improviser, and he brought a different kind of twist to the game. He brought a different kind of fashion. And I think he was a little ahead of his time. They didn't know what to really do with it, you know. But I think the real bottom line is he's a dedicated, hard-working kind of guy, and I think that's what we have in common. They call me the hardest-working man in show business. I never really had a plan. I wanted to be a football player, and somehow I got into acting, and the passion of it, and the magic of the arts took over, and I just stayed on my grind. That's all it is, and I think we respect each other for that.
And I think AI did absolutely the same. I'm going to ask you one quick question. AI, I believe, was ahead of his time when it came to fashion. He didn't really care what he was doing. He wore what he wore, and he rocked what he rocked. And now you can see that influence now. You were kind of the same way with your Pinky character. Everybody saw you. You had style, you had charisma. How does those two kind of go hand in hand?
I don't know if you can put Pinky in the same boat with Allen Iverson in style.
It was the style all your own.
Well, you know, Pinky has a style of his own. I think as an African-American man who's in the public, I always try to keep myself looking sharp. And that character is just a character I created. You know, people see me out and say, where's your Jerry curl wig? Where's your wig? But I think Pinky hooked that pink up together. So, you know, Pinky brought back the pink for men. But, you know, in my personal life, I just try to stay stylish because I know I'm always going to be in the public eye and I always want to make sure I look sharp.
Absolutely. Well, you're always sharp, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Gary Moore, Allen Iverson's business manager, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
It's my pleasure to be here.
How does it feel to be here? I mean, Philadelphia loves Allen Iverson so much. I mean, when you think of Philadelphia sports, you think of the 76ers. anyone will always say Allen Iverson. How does it feel to be here tonight celebrating him with all these people that love him?
You know what? It's just an awesome feeling to be here. It's one of the best feelings I've ever had in my life because of everything that has happened and everything that is going to happen. You know, this night is doing three things. One, we're honoring a Philadelphia legend. You know, number two, we're wishing him well on his vote to the Hall of Fame and on the first ballot. And number three, we're representing Philadelphia, and we're saying hello, and we're saying thank you again to Philadelphia for giving us the opportunity to be a household name.
For sure. And I know I have personal experience with Powell, and I love all the work that Powell does here in Philadelphia. Why Powell in particular for you and Allen Iverson? There's so many worthy charity organizations, but why Powell?
Well, Powell represents children. Powell represents children. It's helping children, and that's what we're all about. At Crossover Promotions, our slogan for many, many years is developing the dreams of tomorrow, and those were dreams of children. So when we saw what Powell was doing, and when the mayor met us at the art program, you know, it was just win-win. It fell right in line with what we want to do in our mission in life, to help children. And then the I Choose Life Foundation is the foundation that we founded and Allen completely supports. It's about helping young people to make better decisions and make better life-changing decisions. You either choose life or death, you know what I mean?
And having someone like Allen Iverson guide them along that journey and be there to support them, I know is going to make them want to make the right decisions even more.
I think you're absolutely right. It makes them want to make the right decisions even more.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to party tonight too, right?
It's my pleasure. We're going to have a great time tonight. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah.
Dr. Rubini here for MyNEWPhilly. We're here with Isaiah Thomas. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
How do you feel this event is impacting the community, and what is a special memory you may have with Allen Iverson?
Anything Allen Iverson does is impacting the community, the kids. I mean, everybody looks up to him. So for him to do things like this is just another way of him saying thank you to us. And they asked me to be a part of it. It was no question. Once they asked me to do it, I'm a helping hand because he's done a lot for my career.
And how has he inspired you? So many ways?
Just everything he's done. I mean, just by being himself, never backing down, being a small basketball player like myself, and just changing the whole culture of basketball. I mean, he's done so much that I don't think you can compare to anybody else in the game of basketball.
And being a small player, do you feel the pressure, and how has his example put things in perspective for you?
Never back down from anybody. Don't let anybody ever tell you you can't be what you want to be. Do what you want to do, and do it the way you want to. I mean, I think he's instilled that in every basketball player that's ever touched a basketball, and it's amazing impact he has on not just basketball players, but the culture itself.
Absolutely. Such a great message from you, Isaiah. We're going to remember that. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Such a good time tonight. AI was here, of course, the man of the hour, Snoop Dogg, Clifton Powell, and of course Philadelphia showed up to support AI and Powell. That's all the time we have on MyNEWPhilly, where something is always new and everything is always Philly.